Well, hello everyone. Happy Saturday. It's the start of a new week of vlogs and I am packing up to head to Englewood. So as tradition in May, Sarah and her family rent a house in Englewood and I always go crash for a day. So today is that day. Now, a couple things. One, today is the only day that I could really make it work with my schedule, and today is the day they check in. So Sarah and her mom are checking in just a little bit, and they invited me to go ahead and come. In fact, Sarah invited me to stay the night. I can't stay the night because I have stuff tomorrow, but this is one of the days she invited me to come, and that's when it's going to be. So I won't get the morning on the beach with them because check-in is at 2 p.m. But I'll have the afternoon, evening with them and do sunset. So normally I come for the morning and then I leave when it's dinner time because usually I'm there later in the trip when the whole family's there. As far as I can tell today, it's just gonna be Sarah and her mom. So we'll get dinner together, we'll see the sunset, and then I will head back home. So that's the plan for this evening. The second tidbit to this is Englewood got really damaged in the hurricanes last year. So Hurricane Helene did a bunch of flooding, which is very high storm surge. And then Hurricane Milton not long after did even more damage, a lot of storm surge. So this is my first time going to Englewood since the hurricane. The north road that I normally take, where when I'm filming, when I'm on the way to Sarah's, I always film that one area where the road goes right next to the water. That road still does not exist. The previous hurricane, they were able to replace it really easily, but this hurricane just did too much damage. That whole part of the North Shore, a lot of houses got swept away. Really bad damage on that part of the island. So I haven't seen progress. I don't know what it looks like up there, but they haven't even started road construction and fixing that part of the island whatsoever yet. So instead of coming in from the Sarasota side, I will just continue down and go across the main bridge and come up through Englewood. So you can still get to places. There are still places for rent that did not get damaged, and this is one of those places. So this is a new house. They were already planning on going to a different house this year because Sarah's brother and his wife just had a baby. So the family is growing, so they needed a larger house. So the house you've seen me go to the past couple years is fine. They just didn't rent the same one. So haven't been to this one before. It'll be new to me. I've got the address. Let's go see. I'm a little scared to see Englewood. I know it's been a while. I know they've been working on it. So we'll go see what it looks like and have a little beach adventure. So kicking off the summer with an evening in Englewood. Let's go. And for lunch, I am having the leftovers from last night, this viral bowl. But I can understand why everyone loves it because this, measured out, is basically 500 calories. So high volume food, high protein, good nutrients throughout it. I understand why it's so popular, but yeah, 500 calories for this big bowl of food. I can see why everyone's going crazy about it, but it was really good. So enjoying the leftovers and then fun stuff in a little bit. Have I returned to Vegas? I don't know what that was about, but yeah, I'm in Englewood. This is the drive you guys don't normally see because I'm usually on the beach road. Heading to the bridge, but man, my little home away from home, you know? I grew up coming here every summer, so it's been a few summers since my parents rented a condo, and I do miss it. Obviously this summer, even if they wanted to, this summer would not have been the summer to do it. Just having a vacation where all I did every day was put on a bathing suit, go down and sit on the beach, come inside for the hot part of the day, go back out for sunset, sounds amazing right about now. All my vacations lately have been very active vacations, and I don't mind that. I enjoy an active vacation, but a beach vacation sounds delightful right about now. So pretty jealous of Sarah that she has the next week here, but alas. Okay. Here we go. Already, all these businesses are completely gutted, completely empty. I didn't even get my camera out in time, but yeah, all those businesses right there were all gutted. The tackle shop is gone. Yep, it's gone. Over the little bridge. So right before the bridge was a bait shop that we always went to, and I knew it was gone. These places are elevated, so they all look okay. I know like they lost AC units and stuff because the AC units are on the bottom floor, but I see cars and stuff here, so looks like Sandpiper is back up and going. Views. Here we go. Now I know Barefoot Trader, the shop I always go to, is still there. So I think these all did okay. This was all filled with sand, which they've cleared. Okay, okay. Everything looks pretty normal here at the public beach. Barefoot Traders seems to be up and functional. There's people walking away from Circle K. Lock and Key is reopened, so that's good, that's good. All of this was just filled with sand. The public beach was like a pyramid of sand. Like all of this, because they cleared all of this. Oh, the Waverly's back open. So yeah, they've cleared a lot of the sand, but the public beach parking is not operational yet. That's kind of their staging area as far as I can understand. That's where they were staging everything. Yeah, you can see big piles of sand there. Magnolias. There is Sunburst. Sunburst sign is all falling apart, but that's where we've stayed before in the past. The main thing I'm noticing is just, like, you can tell there's still a lot of sand everywhere. Like, it just looks different. Pelican Landing was all, oh yeah, Pelican Landing's like construction zone. Jeez. We also stayed there many times. Sand and dirt. So yeah, by no means looks like it got devastated. It just looks different. And then here, like, look at all this grass. Like, what? How did La Coquina keep all their grass? I guess La Coquina is kind of up on a ridge, so they did okay. But down the beach where it's a little lower, the water and sand just came in. And now I'm going further up, which is all the rental houses slash private houses. So one thing to note before I sign off is that while the island does look different to me, we're also under like severe drought conditions. So some of the conditions back in the rental area could just be because everything's dead. And it's not just that the sand took over, but also that there's been zero rain and we're like under burn notices. We're like super drought conditions right now. So all the trees, all the plants are suffering as it is. So just another factor. Yeah, like I know this area got hit hard because I'm not too far south of where the road got washed out, but it doesn't look so bad. Doesn't look as bad as I was expecting. So yeah, we getting close to the next public beach that's up here where that road was. So this house is considerably further north than the one they used to rent. Feels good to have feet in the water though. A little chilly today, but that's probably because it's not that warm outside. Okay, so we walked up to the public beach, and this is what's left of Beach Road. And here's all the asphalt they've just kind of piled up. Public beach is open, so there's a lot of people here, but that's one little piece of the road. And all down there just pushed aside so people can still like go up and down this as a pathway, but definitely not open to use. So I will link to my last vlog driving through here. It is very different now. Sarah just found some bathroom tile in the sand. Crazy. Yeah. So this is where the road is blocked off. It would have gone all the way through here. It's blocked off. Hello, pelicans. And then you start hitting houses. This pink one down here, you can see straight through it. This one's already having work done. That pink one down the way, you can see straight through it. Wow. Crazy. Well, we've made it as far as we can currently walk. And this is just real bad down here. Just crazy. Cinder block house just taken out piece by piece. So nice out. Sunset wasn't much of a sunset because there's clouds over there, but we had a lovely dinner. I'll tell you more later. Such a pretty night. It's so beautiful out. Well, this looks spooky and awesome at night. Don't really usually have a reason for driving through this part of the island at night, but I am heading home. I had a lovely time. Ended up being Sarah, her mom, her brother, who graduated high school the same year as me, so he and I have known each other since preschool. I actually knew her brother long before I knew Sarah, because Sarah's a year older than me. But her brother, his wife, their brand new baby, and then one of Sarah's mom's besties, who's also really good friends with my mom. So it was a really good time. We had food, I got to see the baby. Good times. So now I am heading back home. Okay, so I'm back home from the beach and pretty much just gonna get ready for bed and go to bed, but I wanted to show, this is my first time washing my hair after my haircut. And then as it was air drying, we were sitting out on the porch, so I was like getting beach air. So this is beach hair, don't care. It's like extra bouncy from having it trimmed, and then also the sea breeze just made it super curly. So it'll flatten as I sleep on it, and I'm gonna wash it again tomorrow morning so I can straighten it tomorrow. So had to show off the beach curls while they exist. Well, hello everyone, happy Sunday. I have just made it to downtown Tampa for the Back to the Future musical. So here we are, Tampa drivers. But yeah, I need my phone back in order to get directions. So that's all you get to see for today. Look at this dog with his comfort pig. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at him. You're so cute. Oh. But it's so sad because he knows heading back out to get food, and he's sad about it. So hey guys, happy Monday. I don't know why I'm happy about it, it's Monday. And the weekend went by way too fast. I had so much fun going to Englewood and getting to spend time with Sarah. It was crazy seeing everything that's happened in Englewood, but it really wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It's not great, but it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. So it's gonna take some time to recover. It's crazy. Englewood was lucky for a really long time, and this time they were on the bad side of the rotation, just bringing the water in for Milton, which was not fun. But it was lovely to see Sarah, her mom, her brother, the new baby. Like I said, her brother and I were the same age, so he and I have known each other since preschool. And then I didn't meet Sarah until high school. I mean, I knew of Sarah, but prior to high school, to me, she was just Josh's older sister. And I knew of her because she was only a year older. But my freshman year of high school, we were in journalism together, because I joined the journalism staff, the newspaper staff, and the rest is history. We've been best friends literally ever since. So yeah, Josh and I were in band together. He was in marching band with me the whole time. So we had a really funny dinner because we all got barbecue, and then we were sitting around sharing stories. And even though Josh and I were in band together, we were not in the same social circles in high school at all. I was with Sarah and her social circle. And obviously siblings, they don't usually run in the same way. So Josh was asking me some funny questions because obviously we knew each other, we were in band together, we graduated the same year, but we didn't hang out with each other. So, and we were swapping stories of like who we went to dances with, and he's like, oh yeah, you dated so-and-so, right? And it was just funny. And his wife was there, obviously, with the baby, so it was funny sharing these stories with her. That was a really nice night. And then yesterday was Back to the Future, which was so much fun. My friends drove over from Orlando for it because Back to the Future was only here in Tampa. So we went and got some coffee, some brunch beforehand, went and saw the show, which was a blast. It was really, really funny. I remember seeing the first number from it appear probably on either Macy's or the Tonys, and thinking like, oh, that's a little cheesy. But that's kind of the whole thing. Like, they know they're cheesy and they lean into it, and so it's funny cheese. It's not like, oh no, they're not aware that they're cheesy. They break the fourth wall. They're 100% aware of how funny it is, and it's on purpose. It's comedy. So it was a really fun show. The way they did the technology for it, very similar to the Bourne Spectacular at Universal. Had a blast. We checked out a little bar called Dracula's Legacy that was right across from the parking garage while we were waiting for the parking garage to let out, and that was a flop. I didn't even take any pictures or video because it was such a flop. I didn't even document it. They had coffee on the menu, so we all tried to order coffee, and that was a bad idea to order at a bar, and they did not know what they were doing. So that was really fun. Went to dinner last night at the new restaurant. That was delicious. Turkish Kitchen. So good. That was inspired by Gary. And came home, edited the vlog, watched The Last of Us. So that was my weekend. And now it's Monday. I'm going to start the day by doing my planner because I didn't do my planner last week since I was in Orlando. I feel very jumbled without having it. I need to do meal plan for this week because we don't have any of the box kits. And I did groceries last week, so I'm hoping I don't have to buy anything this week, that I can still just meal plan off what I bought last week. Because grocery prices are crazy. I was gonna have a moment of being political, but I won't. For now, I'll keep my mouth shut. But then tomorrow night, my mom's going to arrive. She's gonna stay with the dogs. Mike and I are gonna go to Orlando, check into Stella Nova, and go to Epic Universe on Wednesday. Then we'll come back Wednesday night afterwards. But after having the early entry last week and knowing how much the Head Start helped us, I decided that we needed to stay overnight this Tuesday. So we found a cheap room at Stella Nova, and we'll do early entry for Epic on Wednesday. Now, right now the weather doesn't look great. Right now it looks like it might be raining all afternoon, because even though I said we've been in a drought, Florida was like, oh, it's May now? How about I rain every single day, like a normal summer pattern? So right now it's gonna be 90 degrees on Wednesday and probably Florida afternoon thunderstorms. And unfortunately, this park is not set up for rain, which it's a questionable decision. You built a theme park, a brand new theme park in Florida, where 4 or 5 months out of the year it rains a lot, and unfortunately the majority of the rides are outside. So I'm going to have us prioritize the outdoor roller coasters first thing, and we're just gonna have to be prepared that if it does start pouring, that when we go to try to get food or try to ride Monsters Unchained or any other indoor attraction, everyone's going to have the same idea, because there's gonna be like 3 rides in the park that are open. So I'm a little afraid of that part. Just the, like, whatever, I can handle getting rained on. It's the brand new theme park, trying to do a test and operating with 3 rides going, and just the operation side of it just collapsing is my fear. But we're gonna go and have the best time, hopefully. We're gonna try. The good news is that obviously it's not going anywhere. It's gonna be there. It's just Mike's first chance to go. And so I was hoping for some better weather, but now we're in the summer pattern. So that's why I didn't want to go this summer for my first time. So it is what it is. But let me stop rambling at you, put together my planner, and get started at work and make some lunch. Here's my Monday lunch. I have 2 eggs, one of Dave's protein bagels with some leftover cream cheese from Jeff's Bagels in Orlando from last week, and an apple with a little drizzle of Justin's peanut butter and cinnamon. Well, hello again. It is now Monday evening. I have made it to ballet. I was just here Friday, but the way the schedule worked out, I much prefer ballet on Mondays than Friday. By Friday evening, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere unless I have like a fun event planned. But typically Friday nights, I just want to chill at home. So I did not love ballet on Friday night, but Monday, it's like, oh, a fun thing to look forward to at the end of a Monday. Obviously, Mike and I go to Orlando tomorrow, so I can't do ballet or tap this week. But I think next week I can finally do ballet private Monday, ballet class Tuesday, tap Wednesday. I'll be really busy. But today, just my private lesson. I feel like I was just here, so it's gonna be kind of interesting because it's like, okay, well, let's do the same thing we did 3 days ago. But anyway, I will catch you guys after. I'm gonna make dinner when I get home. I've already started packing. It's only one night, so I don't have to pack a bunch. But I had to do laundry in order to be able to pack stuff for the theme park. And of course, going to theme park, I want outfit options. So that's always a thing, but I will catch you guys back at home. Okay, so I'm back home, and tonight we're gonna have this from Trader Joe's along with some steamed broccoli. Fancy dinner. There it is. Plus we have some leftovers from yesterday. You two about to wrestle?
Maybe.
Was that because Foster was getting attention and you wanted attention?
Maybe.
Did you just startle yourself getting your toy? So hello everyone. Happy Tuesday evening. I'm about to clock out of work for the day and we're gonna pack up and head to Orlando. So Grandma's gonna be here at any moment to hang with the boys for tonight and tomorrow while we go off to Epic. So they don't know it yet. I mean, they probably have an idea because my suitcase is already out in the hallway and Mike was just packing. So they probably have an idea, but Grandma's on the way and we're gonna head off to Orlando. Okay, we're all checked in at Stella Nova. We came down to get dinner. I have a grilled cheese. It's got bacon, pepper jack cheese, tomatoes. Mike has a burger. Looks pretty good though, honestly. Yum. Here's our view from Stella. Not too shabby, definitely not as close as Terra Luna. But we could still see the Burning Blade when we first got here. The park's closed now. But we can still see the Burning Blade over there. We were watching Stardust running. And very conveniently, that's where the buses come in and out. So it's really right across the street. Very convenient for tomorrow. Well, good morning, Epic. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people heading over, but right now they're all walking, which is a choice. All those people have decided they're gonna walk over. You guys have fun with the walk. I'm gonna take the bus that has like nobody in line for it and go right there rather than having to walk in the heat. You're gonna be walking plenty today. I will pass on that option. I'm guessing they're walking because the buses aren't running yet. The buses probably don't start until almost 10. And it's like 9:25 right now. And all these people are going over to stand around. So you guys have fun with that. We're still gonna get there during early entry, just not 40 minutes before early entry. All right, it's time. I've got my Straight Out of Burke shirt. I'm going for How to Train Your Dragon today. Mike has got his Mario Death Star going. It's appropriate, it was May 4th. Right on theme. Yeah, now the buses are running. Oh, surprisingly, quite a few people going to the regular parks. Look at them. So, we're gonna be like these people. Go take our stuff out to the car and then catch a bus over to Epic, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow, let's be real. Because we're at the end of the day, we're gonna come back in our car, drive home. So probably won't see me again until tomorrow. So hey guys, it is Friday. We did Epic Universe on Wednesday, got home, passed out, and then yesterday I had a super busy day, like pretty much just meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting all day yesterday. So I didn't even pick up the camera, but I'm back. It's Friday. We had quite the adventure on Wednesday at Epic Universe. Epic Universe had a rough day on Wednesday and we just happened to be there for it. I guess it's bound to happen during technical rehearsals, but it struggled real hard. Some planned closures like Donkey Kong Mine Cart, one of the only rides I haven't been on, was planned closure for the day. So we didn't get to do that. We did early entry because my goal was to get us on Stardust Racers right at the beginning of the day so we could hopefully ride it multiple times, but I was gonna use our early entry to do Stardust Racers. And we got there and Stardust said delayed. So Stardust said delayed, Donkey Kong Minecart was closed, and I was gonna skip Nintendo anyway because that's where most early entry people go because that's the only land that's open. And then I definitely didn't want to worry about Mario Kart when that was the only ride currently operating. That and Yoshi, but Yoshi barely counts. So we went into a restaurant because it was also so hot on Wednesday. I was just at Epic last week and it was warm, but it was completely tolerable. Like, it was nice in the shade. There's a breeze, like toasty, but completely reasonable. This was within the first hour. I was like, from the 10 o'clock hour, I was like, oh no. Mike got some breakfast at Oak and Star Tavern, and we sat in there until about 10:45 with me watching Stardust, seeing if Stardust would catch up. It didn't. So I was like, all right, well, we're gonna go rope drop Hiccups then, because I know Monsters goes lower weights and later in the day. So we're gonna rope drop Hiccups because based on how busy the park's been the past few days, I'm expecting Hiccups to have a long wait. Boy, am I glad we did that. So we got to the portal around 10:45. They opened the portals at 11. There was already a pretty large group of early entry people who were waiting to rope drop it. And we basically got to our spot where we were gonna stand and wait. And all of a sudden this wave of people come sprinting up to the portal, and we're like, what the heck? Did they let the other non-early entry side out early? People started settling in and no more people were coming. I'm like, okay, that wasn't enough to be the full release. And so we kind of heard people talking around us that all the people that rushed to us had been waiting to rope drop Monsters, and I guess they gave them some sort of indication that Monsters wasn't going to be opening at 11. I know they were doing commercial filming, so maybe that's what it was. They were still filming a commercial in there. So all those people that had been waiting at Monsters came rushing to How to Train Your Dragon. So pretty much the entire park rope dropped How to Train Your Dragon. So thankfully we rushed in because we were in the first group, got in line. We're waiting to get on the ride the first time it went down. So I mean, that was basically to just walk right up to it. We weren't by means the first people, but maybe like the first 50 to 100 people that were on it for the day. And it went down. We probably waited an additional 15-20 minutes for it to come back up. We did not go on another ride until about 3 p.m. because at that point the park was a disaster. Monsters did end up opening. I'm fairly certain they were filming a commercial in there, and that's why, because when we went into How to Train Your Dragon, they had been filming a commercial there as well, and they kind of, the actors were standing by the water and they kind of pushed us around them. So that was just like setting the tone for how the rest of the day was gonna go. Rides went up and down all day long. We got a virtual queue for Ministry. It went down, the virtual queue got canceled. We got another virtual queue for Ministry. It went down again, so we got another express. We waited probably 75 minutes for Monsters the first time we rode it, and then the 2 other times we walked right onto it basically. Well, the second time was maybe a 25-minute wait. Checked out the Harry Potter area. We did a lot of eating because there wasn't really much to ride in the park. So we tried a bunch of food. We tried the butterbeer crepe. Fantastic. We tried the Yoshi smoothie. Fantastic. We got to see the How to Train Your Dragon show, the Untrainable Dragon, which I loved, thought it was really, really cute. We rode Mario Kart using one of the express from Ministry going down. And we rode Yoshi's near the end of the day when it was finally a walk-on. So, oh, we waited Werewolf. We waited, it was posted 35 minutes. We waited pretty close to that, about 30 minutes for Werewolf. And so I think that's all we rode because I think that's all that was available. But Stardust never came back up. It just said delayed all day. So all day we were checking the app, seeing if it was coming back, and it never reopened. Never saw them testing it. Nothing ever happened. So that was a big bummer. But just in general, having that many people in the park, because they definitely have increased capacity, having that many people in the park and having 4 of your rides down all day because Fire Drill was also down all day. So 4 of your rides completely not working. Ministry may as well have been down because I think it was up for maybe an hour and a half all day long. So, because it didn't open till 3 and then it kept going down. So I think Ministry was maybe up for an hour and a half. So that's 5 of your rides down for the day. It being a scorching hot day. It was so hot. It was so hot. We just kept restaurant hopping because you needed the AC break. Even food operations were falling apart. Where we tried to bring up Pizza Moon on mobile order and it would kick us out. So their mobile order went down, then we went to walk into Pizza Moon and they told us, sorry, we're already closed for the day. So they had to close early. It just like, Monsters was out of chicken. Like they just operationally fell apart on Wednesday. And it looks like yesterday was even worse. Because the other thing I forgot to mention is that the final hour, all the outdoor rides went down for lightning. So we used our first express at Mario Kart and we were planning to use our other express at Hiccups to ride it again at night. So we got food in the How to Train Your Dragon area and then we were walking up to do Hiccups and it was posted at an hour, no, rewind, 120-minute wait, so a 2-hour wait. So we came up to use our express and he's like, just so everyone knows, we're at a 2-hour wait, which means it's going to be about an hour wait for express. And we're like, oh, because it was about 8:15, park closed at 9, and we still wanted to walk around and see everything lit up for night. So we're like, you know what, let's not. We rode it this morning, it was super fun. Let's go walk it around, and worst case, we can always come back and join the queue at like 8:45 or something. Well, I'm really glad we didn't get in line for it because maybe 10 minutes later, all the outdoor rides went down for lightning and didn't reopen for the day. So we ended up using that express to just cut out some of the queue at Monsters because Monsters was posted at like a 15-minute wait and it was literally a walk-on. So needless to say, I am done attending until the fall. There was definitely a piece of me from my previous visits that considered buying one more ticket next week because I've been watching like ticket sales and next week looks a little less busy. Today's already drastically less busy than the previous 2 days. But with how terribly the park was going on Wednesday, that's a pass from me. I will not be spending any more money until the fall once they've figured out all these issues. My final Epic Universe trip for a long time, and I love the park. There's just, I love it, don't get me wrong. It's just a lot needs to be done before it's really going to be a well-oiled machine. That was Wednesday. Yesterday was just packed with meetings. I was exhausted at the end of the day. And now it's Friday. It's the end of the week, TGIF. And while I have fun things this weekend, I'm going back to Orlando again this weekend. The rest of the week is a normal week at home, which is my first normal week at home for a while. So like, it's not entirely normal because I'm going away for the weekend, but you know, close enough. Threw together tonight's dinner with some chicken we had in the freezer. I made an Asian marinade for it with gochujang, some other ingredients, the Trader Joe's fried rice, our first time doing that, and some peas on the side. Well guys, it is now Saturday morning. Ended Friday night with watching a Joe Bob episode with Michael because he missed last week's Joe Bob because he was still sick. But this week we made up with watching an old Joe Bob together. And that was Friday night. So now it's time to end this vlog and start the next one. Next week will be a little more normal, mostly. So I will see you guys then. Bye.